Night of Champions takes place this Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Kingdom Arena. So far, we have 6 matches lined up for this show, which is one more than it usually is with the Triple H PLE. It's almost always 5. And I have to say, for a card, this is one of the better ones I've seen for a Saudi Arabian show. It's actually a very decent card overall. In particular, there are 2 very high profile matches. Now, I have to say, why is this show called Night of Champions? There are 2 title matches on this whole show. This show should have just been called King of the Ring or King and Queen of the Ring if they wanted to call it that to include Queen. I would have preferred King of the Ring because it's such a great pay-per-view. Well, it used to be one of the big 5. It was the 5th biggest show of the year. And, they canceled it after 2002 for whatever reason. And they still do the tournament. Not yearly, but on occasion they would do the tournament. However, they would never bring back the pay-per-view until last year when they called it King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. I don't know why they just can't call it King of the Ring, because this should be King of the Ring, because there's no titles except 2. Night of Champions shows used to all have title matches. Every title would be on the line. Here you have 2 title matches. I don't know why they just can't call it King of the Ring. Anyway, so for the 6 matches we have, let's start off with the most obvious win, and that's Sami Zayn, who will defeat Karrion Kross. It's Sami Zayn. It's Saudi Arabia. They're going to love him. He's always very over there. He's going to beat Karrion Kross. I just think it's good for Karrion to finally get a PLE match. I think this is the first time he's had a PLE match since last year's WrestleMania. So it's been quite a while. And that was a horrible match, by the way. So I'm glad he's getting that. He's going really over with the fans. People are really into him. They're supporting him. I'm really happy to see it, and I'm happy for him. And I think him and Sam will have a fun match. This should open the show. Sami will win. It's in Saudi. They're going to love him, and that's a good way to start the show off. Next, we have a street fight. It's Rhea Ripley against Raquel Rodriguez. So, this match can really go either way. I think Roxanne Perez will certainly make a run in. She'll interfere in this match, and she will play a part, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Raquel could win. It wouldn't shock me. I just think Rhea's going to win. Rhea is the top female star in the whole company. She's the most over. I just think it makes sense for her to beat Raquel, because I don't know if they're going to continue this feud at the Evolution show, because I think it's probably the Bellas against Raquel and Roxanne who will take Liv's spot because she's hurt, so I think that's where we're going. And I think Rhea's just going to win. Roxanne will make a run in, but it won't be enough, and Rhea pins Raquel Rodriguez and retains the title. Next, we get the United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu will retain his title against Solo Sikoa. This is obvious. Solo sucks. He's one of the worst acts in the whole company. Is go away he with me. I'm sure his father will like hearing that. He'll bitch about it like he always does on his stupid podcast. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, Jacob's going to beat Solo. I don't care about Solo Sikoa at all. Yeah, easy win for Fatu. Next, we go to the Queen of the Ring finals. This is the first of 2 tournament finals, but for the women, you have Asuka against Jade Cargill. So, this match is interesting. You can make an argument to have Asuka win and challenge Io Sky. I would love to see that match. I think we will see that match, but I don't think we're going to see it at SummerSlam. But I do think it'll happen. I could see a scenario where Jade loses because of outside interference from Naomi, who's going to be on SmackDown anyway, because SmackDown, in addition to Night of Champions, is in Saudi Arabia, so I could see something like that. But I think it just makes sense for Jade to win. That's why I'm picking her. I think Jade Cargill will defeat Asuka in this match, beats her clean, then goes to SummerSlam where she'll face Naomi, who I think by that time will have cashed in and taken the belt from Tiffany Stratton. That could happen on SmackDown. There's a last woman standing match between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. I could see Naomi cashing in on Tiffany, and then being champion, Jade wins Queen of the Ring, and they have a match at SummerSlam, a rematch from WrestleMania. I could see that scenario happening. I think that's even the most likely scenario at this point. So I got Jade winning. Next, we go to the King of the Ring finals match. We've got Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton, and this is a good matchup here. I just think it has to be Cody because let's look at the scenarios. Randy could win, sure. Let's say Randy beats Cody. And he might be more over in Saudi Arabia than Cody was. It wouldn't surprise me to see a pro-Randy crowd. Seems like whenever there's international fans, they absolutely love Randy Orton. So I could see a situation where Randy is cheered more than Cody. And I don't think Cody will be booed per se, but I think it'll be a probably more pro-Randy crowd. If Randy wins, who's he going to face? John Cena? We don't want to see that again. They had their last match ever at Backlash. Or it could be Gunter. Assuming he beats Goldberg, which he will, at Saturday Night's Main Event. Him and Gunter had a match last year at the Bash in Berlin show. I don't need to see that again. I really don't want to watch Gunter and Randy again. I don't think we need to see it. They could do that. It wouldn't be the worst idea, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Randy is going to lose, and I think Cody Rhodes will defeat Randy Orton. And he's not going to face Gunter at SummerSlam. After Cody Rhodes defeats Randy Orton, wins King of the Ring, he will challenge John Cena for the Undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam. So Cody's my pick. Next, we get to the main event. The Undisputed WWE Championship on the line. John Cena defends his title against CM Punk. I think the result here is obvious. Punk, he just got buried on the previous SmackDown, and this is being recorded before SmackDown in Saudi on Friday, but he just got embarrassed by John Cena on that promo, on that pipe bomb. I think he'll probably get some comeuppance on SmackDown against Cena, so he'll get some offense in because he is not winning this match. John Cena is going to defeat CM Punk at Night of Champions. There's nowhere for Punk to go. He's not beating Cena. It's after Cena wins, I think he'll face Cody at SummerSlam. John Cena is not losing this match. If he loses the belt soon, it'll be at SummerSlam, not at Night of Champions. So I've got John Cena winning. And that wraps up my predictions for Night of Champions, which takes place this Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Hopefully we get a good show. As I said, this is one of the better cards I've seen for a Saudi Arabian show. Usually the show in the fall is always the shit show, the Crown Jewel show. This year it's in Australia, but whenever they go to Saudi, it's always the worst show of the year. Here this time they actually have a good card, and this might be one of the better shows of the year for all we know, because the bar's not very high, to be honest. They could really deliver a good show on Saturday. I expect it'll be good. So those are my picks, and hopefully Night of Champions delivers.